All right, that is Conqueror with Black Sun right here on your classic metal show. And yeah, we got to play some Conqueror, which I like. Before that, a little Pissing Razors was in there as well with Tortured, and that is pretty much how I feel tonight doing this fucking clusterfuck of a show. I'm feeling pretty tortured. I'm going to try and make this call here. We're going to see if... I'm trying to get a fill-in for Neely. See if John answers his phone. John.
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
There you are. You are live on the air, my friend.
I'm live on the Classic Metal Show?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. It's the Classic Metal Show. Ah!
So now say something racist and horrible, and then you can be welcomed.
Confederate flag.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Man,
nice.
So what is up with Neely's internet?
His internet, he sent me a screenshot about 15 minutes ago, and he had 0.02 upload speed, so that's not near enough to do dick with, so you need to be at 20 to 30 to do this kind of shit. So I knew were sitting at home playing. What were you doing? Playing golf?
Actually was on the phone. Ironically, of all the things going on in this world, I was actually on the phone with my buddy who's a downtown Cleveland sheriff.
Okay.
Bullshitting with him, but I was playing golf on PlayStation before I called him. So
nice, man. Well, I don't want to talk about politics, at least right now. We can maybe get there later if we decide to, or if Neely doesn't come back or whatever. But
sure.
I've told you this story. You're going to get a replay, but everybody else is going to get a first time play.
Right.
First time play. But I want to talk about this show that I watched, or this movie that I watched today.
Oh, here we go.
The movie, it's on Netflix. It's called 365 Days. Now, I gave you several hours. I'm going to assume that since it was only several hours, you did not use that time to watch this movie yet.
No. I came home and played video games and bullshitted with Dominic, my stepson, and then got on the phone with my cop friend, and now here we are.
There we go. Well, I have to talk about this fucking movie. Arguably the worst movie that I loved the most of anything of all time on Netflix.
So is this like the Showgirls of Netflix?
It really, Showgirls is not in the same league. I liked Showgirls. I liked seeing what's her name from Saved by the Bell all naked and being a whore.
Elizabeth what's her nuts, yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth Hurley? No,
Elizabeth
Berkley.
Hurley's
Elizabeth Berkley.
But her name is Elizabeth, and yeah.
Elizabeth Berkley was, I think, her
Berkley,
name.
yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent memory.
No,
nice recall.
Naked chick, I'll remember. But this movie is closer to, as far as the actual movie itself, it's sort of like a 50 Shades of Grey meets 9.5 Weeks.
Wow, okay.
I was stunned by this movie. It got recommended on Netflix as they all do. They just throw the hey, you might enjoy this movie up on the
right.
on the screen. And all they did was they showed a glimpse of the star's face and then her running in on some brick or some shit. Now, the girl's name is Anna Maria Sieklucka, Sieklucka. Is that Sieklucka?
If I didn't see it in front of me, it might be.
All right. Her name's Anna Marie something, and she plays the lovely Laura in this movie. She may be the straight-up prettiest girl I've ever seen in my life.
Well, now, here's the thing.
All right.
First of all, saying the prettiest girl.
Yes.
Okay. But let's rewind a little bit.
Okay.
I called you this afternoon.
Yes.
And me and my brother are going through a couple things.
Yes.
And I called you because of something happened on social media.
Right.
And your response was, you are interrupting the most dick-grabbing movie I've seen on Netflix in forever.
And I stand by that statement. This movie is 8 inches of cock grabbing. This is a fucking rock hard dick approved movie.
But you're saying she's average. Like I haven't.
No, I'm not saying she's average. I'm not saying she's average by any stretch.
But you just said she doesn't have the tits. She doesn't have the ass.
Well, you missed her. No, I didn't say she doesn't have the ass. She does have the ass. She does not have the tits. And I was going to lead into that, but you of course jumped ahead.
Well, I'm sorry. I like tits. I'm married to Steph. Tits are my thing.
I love tits too.
I fall asleep every night to natural D cups.
I love tits too.
I'm a little biased.
And not only do I love tits, but I love Stephanie's tits too. So
well played. All right. So you were saying.
So what I was saying is this girl, just from seeing this glimpse of her in this promo for this show, I was blown. Like, I know this is a real stretch here, but I have a thing for a pretty face. Give me a pretty face, and then I want to see the rest. I know that's a crazy concept, but this Anna Maria Cycluca is beautiful face. I mean, beautiful face.
Right. Okay.
So, needless to say, that leads me into watching this movie.
Okay.
So I turn this movie on, and this is the most Chris Aiken approved movie in the history of movies on Netflix ever. I think it's an hour and 50 minutes long, and every 10 minutes of this movie, there's fucking or dick sucking in every 10 minutes of this movie. Like
how do they get away with this though?
I have no idea. But even at the beginning scene, I'm going to give the spoiler alert now, even though I don't usually do that. But tell people now, I'm going to tell the entire story of this dumb fucking movie. Because
spoiler alert, there's a whore, and I'm going to tell you why she's a whore.
Exactly. The basic plot is this: there's this guy. He's a fucking cartel guy or a gangster or something, and this gangster guy basically kidnaps this chick and brings her to Sicily, where he like owns all the cops and all the buildings and all the businesses and everything else. And he tells her that she's got to stay with him for 365 days and fall in love with him. And she's, of course, resistant, as they all are at the beginning. That's the plot to this movie.
Okay.
So the movie starts, you're having this cartel guy having some sort of a meeting with some other cartel guys, and then they get killed like immediately within like 30 seconds. So then the cartel guy and his number 2 get back on the plane, and within like a minute, he pulls the curtains closed on the stewardess on his private jet and makes the stewardess suck his cock. And when I say makes the stewardess suck his cock, I don't mean this normal movie type shit where you like see it's like a far shot from behind, shot almost underneath her ass, so you can kind of see her head
where the
moving.
guy just leans back and closes his eyes and goes, ah.
Not at all. This was it. First of all, it was a side shot. They took a side shot of the girl's face, and they angled just enough of his hips and his ass into the side shot so that you couldn't see the cock going in and out of her mouth. But you saw her mouth on the dick, and then they went to another shot where he is just face fucking this broad like no one's been, like full fistful of hair, just ramming her fucking face into his dick. See, there's a picture of her right in the chat room right now. Do you have the chat room open or no?
No.
No.
I was kind of just asked to do this on the fly.
I know. That's fine. It's fine. But you can literally see she's got her mouth on a cock. You can't really tell that it's a cock. It could very well be a piece of wood or something. But she's very much got her mouth on a dick there. There's no question.
Now, is this like it actually looks like this? Or is this one of those things where you and I talk during the week where you tell me, man, I gave Neely the business.
No.
And I listen back and go, you didn't give Neely the business. Like,
I'm telling you.
Is this a real thing?
The picture's in the chat room. Somebody put the picture up in the chat room of her sucking the cock. Again,
I'm not in the chat room, so.
Yeah, you're drunk as fuck. I can already tell.
I'm not drunk. I'm not in the chat room. Don't forget, I said I was on the phone with my cop friend, and I got Dream Theater playing on my fucking man cave giant TV with the sound system and everything.
Right.
Steph is drunk as fucking Lima, so.
I save this. I'm gonna text you that photo.
Oh boy! All right, let me see.
I'll give you a minute. Mail. I gotta open my mail to do this. Yeah, this is not good radio tonight. Whatever.
Whatever.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go down here.
You know where the fuck my phone is?
Oh, so this is gonna be no good anyway.
No.
Great.
I literally just jumped on, like I just threw my headphones on. I'm like, fuck, turn the computer on the mixing board. Like, fuck.
Like, oh, never mind. I'm not going to text it.
Well, let's be honest. You hit me up like, want to do some radio?
Yeah, I know. Well,
like,
believe me, the whole night is spur of the moment insanity. But anyway.
We could do racist shit. Should we do the Confederate flag stuff?
No. We'll talk
racist
about
shit?
We're going to talk about this movie because I love this movie.
No one's going to like it because it's not.
I don't care.
Oh, wait, we can talk about Dockin. So anyway. So
this is how this movie starts. Within like a minute and a half of the movie, you're already seeing a chick getting fucking face fucked. It's fucking awesome.
That's at the beginning of the movie?
That's within 2 minutes. It's literally you see these two guys get their heads blown off. Then you see the credits run and some bad rap song that plays while they run the credits. And then they're on the plane and they're like, this is bad for business. And the guy's like, I don't give a fuck. And then next thing you know, he gets up, he goes into the back of the plane, closes the drapes, fucking grabs the stewardess and pushes her face down on his dick. Has her start sucking his cock. And then,
well, you and I did talk about this.
Yeah.
I was driving home from Lima, tonight, and we did talk about it.
Yeah.
And we said that, this is probably sliding under the radar because everything, now is, especially, Amazon Prime, it's, the Black Lives Matter movies and the documentaries and the this, that, and the other. So, we talked about it. Like Netflix probably just like, we got this vile thing. Like, let's just put it on there because like no one's going to pay attention to it because it's not, it has nothing to do with the current like social political movement.
Oh, it does not. It doesn't have that.
So here's this like basically Skinamax.
Yeah.
For people like who remember that Skinamax fucking movie.
Yep.
Like, here we go. We're just going to put it out there and see what happens. And no one said boo.
No, but not yet.
Obviously you noticed it.
I noticed it, and dude, this is seriously, this is as close to porn as Netflix has ever gotten. Because I mean, I told you this off the air. I'll say it on the air. The photographer in this fucking movie should win every Academy Award because this guy has a way. He has a way. There's I think 6 or 7 fuck scenes in the movie.
Right.
And he has a way of literally showing every bit of the fucking without showing pussy lips or cock. But he shows everything else. There's one scene that's really long. It's when the girl finally decides to fuck him, like on her own.
Right.
And the scene's got to be 15 minutes long of just straight fucking. Every different position known to man. Got her taking her from behind. She's sucking his cock. Taking her, riding on top of him, like sitting position. Reverse cowgirl position, like all the good positions.
Can I interrupt for 1 second?
Yeah.
I just want to know what we're taught. What anyone listening, what we're talking about is the It's a documentary on Netflix. Jeffrey Epstein,
Yeah,
Filthy Rich. That's what we're talking about.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's from Epstein Island.
Anyway, I just had to. I watched that. Steph and I binged it like 2 weeks ago, and we're like, ugh.
Yeah,
but anyway, so
sick
all
fuck.
this like crazy fucking. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's just crazy. What's the most crazy about it though is how much they get away with it. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Well, you told me while we were driving, like they had a shot where it's obvious he's like hammering the fuck out of her, and the only thing you see is like the bare tip of a little bit of pubic hair somewhere.
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude, it's one of those. He's got her. He's banging her. She's laying on the bed, on the edge of the bed, and he's got her legs like up in the air, like riding up toward his shoulders. But
right.
he wraps his arms around her legs and squeezes them together, I guess, to get a little bit more grab on that pussy. So he's banging the shit out of her. The camera angle is kind of like right over her head.
Okay.
And you're watching in, like I'm looking in because I want to see him banging this broad. And you don't see any cock and you don't see any pussy. You just see the little fucking landing strip leading to the, I don't know if it's just a perfectly lit zone or something, but
perfectly lit.
But my God, the photography work in this movie was spectacular.
Your words to me were on my way home tonight your words were, if this guy doesn't win a fucking photography award,
he should win them all.
I don't know what would constitute a photography award.
Yeah, he should win them all because this was and it was so much. There was so much volume of fucking. It was unreal. At one point, dude. At one point, he brings the girl in and looks like he's going to rape her.
Okay.
And then he doesn't rape her, but instead he chains her to a bed. And he chains her hands to the bed, and then he chains her legs to some apparatus on the bed. And somehow this apparatus is set up that every time she struggles, it opens her legs wider and she can't close them, to where he's going to just kind of, and he starts talking about, right now I could do anything I want to any part of your body. And it's like, wow, he's going to really fucking give it to her. And then he waves his hand and this other chick comes in. And he sits on a couch on the, like, opposite of where she is because she's all chained up, kind of where she has to watch him and she can't move because if she moves, her legs will get spread even wider and it'll hurt her.
Okay.
And then the girl just comes in and sucks his cock. And he just sits there looking at her while this other girl's sucking his cock. And he's looking at the other one going, see what you're missing? See what you're missing? This was the most glorious movie of all time.
I was going to say, like, I think this sounds like, like your dream scenario.
Dude, it was great. There was another scene. They were on a boat, and I don't know what happened to the people that were on the boat. At the start of the scene, there were 4 people on the boat, but then they spent the next 20 minutes, the 2 of them fucking all over the boat. So I don't know where the other people went, but this movie was so intensely full of fucking, I couldn't believe it. I cannot, and the depth of the fucking. At one point, see that somebody posted the picture of her all chained, having to watch the guy get his dick sucked. Somebody just put it in the chat room, but I can't figure out how they got this thing going on Netflix. I just don't get how this could happen, because Netflix is Fuller House or whatever. It's definitely not.
Well, I mean, let's be honest with Fuller House. Like, maybe that's because they got, what's her name? Jodie Sweetin. Oh, those
beautiful
jugs.
tits.
Oh.
Well, that's the negative to this broad here. She does not have any tits. She has very small tits, but
small tits don't. Yeah,
I'm telling
you, you're one of those, like, you don't give a fuck about small tits.
Oh, I do. I would rather her have big tits, but she's so fucking hot that it's okay.
Hot in what way though?
Everything about her face, her look. She's got that sexy look I don't know what it is. It's just a look that you just know she will damage your dick. I mean, she has that look. She's, and I guess watching her fuck for fucking 40 minutes of an hour and a half movie, I have a good thought that she's really good at it. But
I'm sorry, dude. Like, dude, I know you're not a tit guy like I am, but
I think
I don't know,
there.
man. You gotta have something. Like,
well, yeah, her tits are a little small, but man, I'm telling you, you could get her implants. That's the bottom. But this movie was so graphic. There was one part where he was eating her pussy, and he literally, like, they just showed this, they did the kind of the legs up and he was down in it thing that all movies do.
Yeah, the glorifying in a clean movie. Yeah, okay.
Except in the middle of it, he got up and just spit in it. And I was like, God damn, he just fucking spit and made that fucking pussy wet. I was like, this is like the shit I watch on Pornhub. This is fantastic.
See, like, I'm at my computer and my TV is to my left. I kind of want to bring this up and, like, fast forward to the parts, like, as we're talking about.
It won't take long. It won't take long. I'm telling you, it's the first scene is within the first 3 minutes of the movie. The first when he makes the stewardess suck his dick. I mean, it's right away. And what my point being to all this is that I can't believe that Netflix would play something so dirty. I'm just stunned by this.
Yeah. Again, with what's going on right now socially and stuff like that, you have to wonder if it's, we're going to slide this in under the radar.
Yeah, but you can't slide it in under the radar when it shows up as like number 2 in the top 10 of Netflix.
Well, no one's talking about it, though.
Well,
I mean, you're talking about it now, but no one's talking about it.
Dude, it might have debuted today for all I know.
Right.
It could very well have done. I don't know. I didn't look to see if there was a date involved in when it was released. I just know I saw it and was like, ooh. For me to watch a fucking 50 Shades of Grey type love story nonsense, I never watched. Dude, when I was married, I didn't watch chick flicks. I just was always, I would rather her be mad at me than fucking sit through Steel Magnolias or whatever. Fuck that. That was never going to happen. This, on the other hand, they could have made this a 4-hour, 2-part movie and I'd have watched all 4 hours today. Because the fucking was not only realistic, but it was plentiful. It was amazing how much there was. Oh. So that was my movie for the day. I'm recommending that movie to everybody.
Again, as I said earlier, I called you for a specific reason, and you said, why are you interrupting this amazing dick-pulling movie?
It is, dude. It is. I'm embarrassed to say I haven't really pulled my dick to it yet, but I will. I can promise you that. I'm going to find a way to rip that movie down from Netflix, and I'm going to cut out all the story and just keep the fucking parts and find a way to get that uploaded to Pornhub.
I have to ask you.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to take this to a dirty place, to be like extreme because, Neely's not on the show right now. But you always mention, masturbating.
Yeah.
On the show multiple times. Yeah. But like right now you're talking about, this movie, like, which, it is actually not porn.
Right.
Where you're like, oh, I'm going to whack to it.
I will. No question.
Okay, but what is it about a movie that shows you nothing? Why would you like?
Because I have that creative mind. My mind will absolutely fill in the pussy. My mind will absolutely fill in the fucking vag. I'll have a clear understanding of what the vag looks like in my brain. And watching that will be and to be fair to your question, that is not my normal. I for the most part, if I don't actually see fucking real fucking, I really don't tend to watch it.
Yeah.
But and again, it's something about this chick. as much as it is about the movie. If this was a different chick, I probably wouldn't be so enamored with it. But this chick is so fucking sexy. In every fucking scene, she is so fucking sexy.
Okay, so what do you define sexy? Because like I know for me, like I have certain things like it'd be a woman that like if you looked at her like, oh, she's not that, but there are certain things like for me, like you and I have talked about this, you know, umpteen times.
Yeah.
Like I'm a boob guy, so I'm a little bit enamored. Like even if a chick's like, you know, when I was single, because obviously Steph's beautiful and, you know, she's curvy and stuff like that. But, you know, being completely honest, you know, she's a C cup. If I see a double D cup, I'm like, ooh, look at that. Like, you know, so like I'm a huge boob guy.
Okay.
And, you know, Steph always says, you know, well, why aren't you an ass guy? And I'm like, well, I've never been into asses. Like, you know, And she and I, we laugh about this all the time. I always say, like, I'm into functionality. Like you can, like, tit fuck. And every woman, even if they're A cup, you can tit fuck them. Mm-hmm. But you cannot ass fuck a woman because almost nobody will let you do that. So, like, I'm a boob guy. Like, I love the curves. I'm a long hair guy. Like, you know. So what is it for you that, you know,
with this girl or in general? Because this girl
because
this girl is so outside of my in general, it isn't even funny.
Exactly. That's what you talked about her earlier when we were talking on the phone. You know, we were talking about the segment last week, you know, the uber racist segment. And we got onto the topic, you know, because I called you to tell you about Jericho Green's new video. Yeah. And, you know, so but we were talking about it, and you were saying that she is nothing that you would normally be into.
She's not.
So if she's not anything you'd normally be into, there has to be something that you are into.
Yeah.
Which is your normal.
My normal is not my normal, but my normal that I would jump through hoops for is Alexa Bliss-ish. Looks like Alexa Bliss, short, blonde. Yeah. High B to C cups, you know,
really
good, small ass, not a huge, giant fucking dumper.
Dumper,
you know,
phrase.
that would be my
turd cutter,
you know, stink maker. you know, that would be the Alexa Bliss type would be my ideal type. But
see, it's funny, like and we talk about this all the time, like you're the Alexa Bliss, and I will never ever come off of the fact that I think that the hottest wrestling chick for me is Lita. So it's funny because like Steph, I told you, like we were at the bar the other night getting dinner, and she saw Mandy Rose, and she said, I think that's the first time I've ever agreed with Aiken about, you know, a woman being attractive. You know, you love Mandy Rose.
I do, yeah.
But, you know, going back to Alexa Bliss, like, she's tiny in basically every way. And then there's me, like, dude, Lita, to me, it will forever be the hottest WWE diva. And it's like it's amazing how different they look, you know.
And you probably like Mandy Rose though better than Alexa Bliss because she's got the big tits, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Dude, you gotta have tits. Otherwise it's a dude. You know, seriously. I mean, like seriously, Ted 2 had the best line ever. You know, when you know Ted goes through the computers like, Johnny, oh my God, like there's so much porn.
Right.
It's like, and the whole like whatever he said. He goes. Johnny, there are no chicks with dicks. There's just dudes with tits. Like, right. You know, that's a true thing. Like,
it is.
You know?
It is definitely, man. But yeah, this chick, she's tall, which is definitely not my thing. She's got black hair, which is not normally my thing.
Yeah.
She's got small tits, which is not my thing, but she's got a really good ass. They had a couple of scenes where they had her changing clothes and shit, as well as just fuck scenes where you just saw her getting railed from behind. You
Right.
saw her fucking ass. And her ass, pretty fucking perfect. And there was one part where she was like walking to a shower, and it's like, ooh, this
Okay,
broad.
so there's something apparent. Okay, so she is very average, but there is something about her that is super sexy.
Yeah.
To you. Can you define what that is?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I kind of like that Mexican look a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't know, dude, because I don't usually, I certainly don't usually watch a fucking chick flick for 2 fucking hours based on a chick's picture.
All right.
I mean, you know me well enough to know, dude, if there ain't something blowing up and somebody getting killed, I generally don't watch it.
Right.
And this was basically a love story. And it was like, I mean, really, it was definitely out of that 50. The movie itself was 50 Shades of Grayish, just like a 50 Shades of Grey knockoff.
Yeah.
And I watched maybe like 33 seconds of that before I turned that bullshit off.
The book's even worse, just so you know.
I have no interest. I watched it hoping that I was going to see fucking, and I didn't see it right away, so I turned it right off. But this movie, I saw a dick get sucked within a fucking minute or 2 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around for this. Made it to the end.
We were talking about it like when I was driving home, like Skinamax is literally like Skinamax on Netflix.
It was definitely like that, man. But I don't know, man. It just, I really don't know how to narrow down exactly what it was that I liked about this fucking movie, but I liked this fucking movie.
It wasn't the movie. You liked the chick.
I liked the chick. That's exactly it. I liked the chick. And then they introduced another chick at some point, and she was pretty hot too. She was the friend. Now, I'll be honest. The friend was probably more like the type that I would be attracted to, because she had like brown hair, and she was a little bit shorter, and she had big boobs. But best of all, she had a dirty fucking mouth. She was just like, oh, why are you dealing with this fucking guy? Why are you fucking waiting? Everything was fuck. And I was like, all right, this is the one I would hang with, but this is the one I want to watch fuck.
Right.
It was quite the odd movie, but oh well.
Well,
Enough of this. Let's play. You know what? Fuck this. It's 12:19. I'm going to bed. Fuck this shit.
Are you going to bed? Why don't you play a couple songs? Let's.
No, I'm playing.
I
got to
take a piss.
Yeah, well, I'm going to play a song called "Piss" by Pantera.
Let's do that, and then let's do some more radio. What do you think?
Nope. I'm going to bed. Fuck this.
I'll do radio if you will.
No, I'm done.
Is Neely, like, his internet still that down?
Yeah, he sent me a screenshot here while we were talking, and he's at 0.0. He has nothing.
Dude, let's get drunk and bullshit.
I don't even have no beer. No, I'm going to bed. Fuck this. It's a night that I don't have to feel like shit tomorrow. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Sorry, guys. You fucking lose. But at least you get some Pantera on the way out. How's that? I'll play like 3-4 songs, and then I'm calling it. By 12:30, I'm done.
Well, I'm still in if you're in. So if you change your mind and text me, I'm still
All right.
on. So
all right. Well, go to bed, John, because I'm not going to change my mind.
Well, I'm not going to bed. I'm going to go watch Dream Theater. So
I'll go watch Dream Theater.
all right. Well, hey, fuck you, pal.
Yeah.
Hand job.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And a hand job to you too, sir. And a fuck you, pal, to all of you whiners and criers in the chat room. You didn't get a good show tonight. Fuck off. Here's some Pantera. Check it out. It's Piss.
On your classic metal. Shout!